Teamless Tuesday, where we hit it hard and we don't pull out early. Viva Las Vegas, the first Teamless Tuesday for 2026. It's the Illawarra Dragons, St. George Illawarra Dragons versus the Canterbury Bulldogs at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. The Bulldogs do lead us with 31-17 wins, but we need to fix that a little. Just one game at a time. That's the only way you can do it. Tonight, it's Local Pride up against NRL's version of online shopping with express shipping. The Dragons are stacked with genuine locals, juniors, blokes who grew up playing the Dragons juniors, sweating it out at Cogra and punching it hard at Wynn Stadium on a Saturday morning. Dreaming about pulling on that red V. These blokes that bleed red and white, meanwhile, over at Bulldogs, if there was a marquee player on the market, they've already got their credit cards out.
Drew Hutchison, Damon Salmon.
Their recruitment strategy looks like they're scrolling through the top 10 free agents of 2026 with a shopping cart in the corner. Add to cart, proceed to checkout. At the Dragons, we develop them. We back them. We build combinations that actually mean something. You can't buy chemistry. You can't buy heart, and you can definitely can't buy what it feels like growing up wanting to wear that jersey. The Bulldogs might win the off-season by headlines, but footy's not played in the off-season. It's played in the middle, where it's gritty, where it's tight, where you need blokes who care more about the jersey than the bonus. One club's built on community. The other clubs built on contracts. Tonight, it's backyard footy versus the big league's Tiffany catalogue. And I'm backing the boys who bleed for the red V. Well, tonight, it's Viva Las Vegas round one of the 2026 season after a couple of trials against reserve grade team, which wasn't an ideal build-up. Round one of an arduous 2026 season, 24 rounds of tough footy. Okay, there you go. It's Vegas time. How good is that?
Vegas.
How good is it Vegas time?
5 days
away.
away.
Jess, we couldn't do this without Complete Warehouse Solutions.
That's right.
6 Commerce Drive, Lake Illawarra. If you've got a warehouse and you've got to move, or you've got to do it up, or you've got to leave the place and make it look like you weren't even there. Jeff at Complete Warehouse Solutions, him and his boys can do it. So they're at 6 Commerce Drive, Lake Illawarra. Phone numbers 4257-1930 or 0417-223-409. There you go, Jeff. How's that, mate?
Warehouse Solutions, we take care of everything needed for fit-out refurbishments and make good warehouse and leased spaces. They manage the entire spaces, so you can focus on your business, your customers, and doing what you do well while they do what they do well. So go see Jeff and the team today for your quote.
We have got a proper ad coming, but I'm just waiting for a sound clip from the captain. I haven't heard from him yet. All right, before we do anything else, we need to do this. Well, there you go, behind enemy lines. I'd like to bring in Michael, the Dogfather, from All Things Bulldogs. How are you, Michael?
I'm very well. How are you, Big T? I was listening to your commentary on the reserve grade trial on the weekend. It was bloody brilliant.
That was Donnie.
That was Donnie, not me.
Oh, Donnie, was it? Sorry, mate.
That was Captain Donnie. I wish it was me.
Yeah.
I wish it was me, but he does it all, that man. He's
a good commentator, isn't he?
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yep.
He's better than Matthew, on
Matthew
Channel
Thompson.
9. Yeah, unfortunately. I like Matthew. I just don't like... I like him on the swimming, just not on the rugby league. Doesn't do it for me.
I actually think Donnie would make a good commentator on Channel 9. They gave him a shot.
Give him a shot.
Give him a shot. I reckon
I don't know
he's good.
if you saw the news today. There was a new commentator appointed, which we may talk about later. Big T and rumours.
We might, yeah. If you want to bring it up, then Okay, it's the Vegas round. And just going back to what I was saying in the intro, these guys here are our local juniors that are playing in this game today, except for Dylan Egan. But look at Blake Laurie from Dapto Canaries, Damien Cook, Helensburgh, Dylan Egan, Gerringong, Hame Stelle, Kingsgrove, Stuart from Gerringong, Luciano Lua from Hurstville, Ryan Couchman, and Toby Couchman, both from the Frural Butchers. So how good's that?
And Tyrell Sloan.
Something right, Big T.
Tyrell Sloan, yeah.
I'm also growing one of the junior T-shirts for the Dragons, Pence's RSL.
Oh, sweet. Did you play for them?
No, I just had a friend who was giving away the his shirts and all that.
Yeah, nice.
So I managed to pick up another one of the Dragons junior teams coming through.
Nice. All right. Let's have a look at this Bulldog side. Can you see that, Steve? Do you want to run us through that?
Liam.
Yep, I can see it nice and clear, Big T. All right.
Mad Bulldogs podcast.
Oh, it is too. Sorry.
Very well done. I like the logo too. Well done.
Where'd you do that, Big T?
Chat GPT, mate.
All right. Can I start
they're awesome.
If you're too foolish?
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Liam. Take it away.
All right. Lining up fullback for the Bulldogs, you've got Connor, Tracy. Lining up on the wings in number 2, Jacob Carraz and Marcelo Montoya. In the centres, you got Bronson at Seri at number 3 and the captain in number 4, Stephen Crichton. In the halves, at number 6, you got Matt the Bomber Burton.
Matt the Bomber Burton.
At number 7 in the halfback jersey is Lachlan Galvin. Lining up in the front row in the number 8 jersey in the props, Max King. And on the other side of the field in the number 10 jersey, Samuel Hughes. And Lockie. And then the hooker for the team, Bailey Haywood. In the second row, you got in the number 11 jersey, Yama Kikau. Lining up on the other side of the field of Yama Kikau.
Oh, it might be mine.
Jacob Preston. And then locking the scrum in the 13 jumper. Jamin, the weak gutted dog.
Oh, don't say that on air.
He loves it.
And
he loves it.
For the interchange
bench. He does. He loves it.
For the interchange bench, it's a new era for a 6-man bench. Lining up in the number 14 utility role is Kurt Mann. In the 15 jumper is Stilly Tupanua. In the 16 jersey is Harry Hayes. And in the number 17 jersey, which is his final year at the Bulldogs before he moves over to the Bears, Josh Curran. In the number 19, because there's no 18 jersey for the Bulldogs, because that's reserved for the fans. So in the number 19 jersey, another utility, and Sean O'Sullivan. In the number 20, rounding out the 6-man bench, Jake Turpin. And then in the reserves, in the number 21, Noah Tuala. In the number 22 is right good young winner coming up through the ranks at the Bulldogs is Jonathan Sewer. And then locking out the reserves in the number 23 is
AJ Jones.
AJ Jones.
Take it away to the try again, Jesse.
I didn't have the coach up there, Scoop, but the coach, Cameron Serraldo.
Thank you.
Yeah. Michael, tell us about this number 18 jersey that the Bulldogs are pulling out.
They've done that for a number of years. So basically that's dedicated to the fans, and a fan each week gets handed an 18th jersey as part of it. So the 18th jersey,
isn't it?
Yeah. I think that has started to happen around when we were really struggling in COVID and stuff.
Okay, yeah, understand. What was the next one? What are your realistic expectations this year for the Bulldogs?
Oh, I think the Bulldogs will improve in every area. It's another year of a team slapped together with local juniors returning to the club, and a bunch of leaders, some on very small salaries, some on nice salaries. They're in about their third year together. We've barely had any changes over the off-season. We recruited a second tier prop in Leo Thompson, so he's like
Second tier
below the top tier. Well, the Raiders offered him 930 grand on a 4-year deal. We offered him 800 on a 3-year. So he's done all.
Okay.
He wanted to come to the Bulldogs. He got offered more at the Knights, but didn't want to stay there. So we also got some opportunity signings in obviously Cade Dykes, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Really great young talent. We got Fitzy's young boy. Fitzy was a Dragons junior, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was,
Eamon, yeah. Eamon
And so
played
Eamon,
all for us the
didn't
last couple
Eamon
of
come
years.
through the Dragons juniors
Yeah.
at Wollongong? Yep.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Very, very good young player who, reminds you a lot of his dad. Obviously, you know about him.
Yep.
We also recruited Fayunu Latu.
Another one of our boys.
Which, well, you don't want a player who doesn't want to play for your club, so it doesn't matter. You know, he didn't
He's
even
good
give
pickup,
Graham
eh?
Flanagan a chance to speak to him. He
Yeah.
just signed with the Bulldogs, so he wanted to go to the Bulldogs. He's a Bulldog at heart, and we'll see how he goes. But I wouldn't be too worried because, as I said last year, that SG ball side from the Dragons could be one of those blue chip teams that produces a lot more NRL players than other SG ball sides go on to produce. And I think that we were lucky to get him. And I think we've also may have signed another guy who was supposed to be in your 30 this year, but he was told they wanted to put him in development again and delay it by a year, and he got the shits or something. I think we might have signed him, but I've forgotten his name. What was his name?
Corey
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I haven't heard much about that since. It hasn't officially come out from the Bulldogs, but that's what the report was, that he was coming to us.
Okay, we signed one of your juniors actually, Joey O'Neill. Was he? He's not. Wouldn't have been part of the Bulldogs' plans, or you've got somebody better.
Part of his contract was that he had to be in the top 30, which is why the Bulldogs have 31 players in their top 30.
Okay.
And the Dragons obviously want players that are. They want players who are learning a system where you can defend for 17, 18 tackles on your line, rather than the NRL average for bottom 8 teams, which is less than 12, which is where the Dragons currently sit. But the Dragons will improve this year. But, yeah, Joey O'Neill was a kid we liked and loved. But when they talk about distractions at the Bulldogs, there was none signing Lachlan Galvin for the older players. It was more for Pathways kids, like Joey, like Cassius and that. So some of those, may have struggled a little bit or just fell out of favour. Like basically we're told that they would have a better opportunity at some other clubs. Jonah Glover also went to the Dragons from the Bulldogs as well and never got an opportunity last year. And now he's
South there, isn't he? Yeah.
Broke his jaw in the Charity Shield.
Really good young hooker come from the Dogs as well. I've forgotten his name already, but young fella. I think he's still there going well.
Yeah.
Long hair. He's got a brother who's still at the Dogs or may have left as well. They're from Queensland.
Okay, fair enough. Anybody knows out there,
I've forgotten his name. That's all.
Let us know. Well,
I want to ask you.
He came last year.
I want to ask you, Michael. First of all, how do you see the loss of Reid Marnie? Obviously, Bailey Howard gets his first crack at the 9 jersey full time. But a lot of questions asked why you let Reed Marnie go. Can you give us your take on that?
Well, if you go to sorry to do a call out, but if you go to www.dogfathermedia.com.au or Zero Tackle and follow Reed Marnie, I wrote a whole article on the whole situation. Basically, Reed, it's too long of a story. You need to go read it, but the official story is far from true from Reed's point of view, saying that he doesn't understand what happened. Like, he was the player that one of the most players that I admire the most, and I still do. The way he puts his body in front. There's not too many hookers in the game that tackled Moses Leota and Payne Huss one-on-one and put them on their ass last year. But even in that, there's a bit of devil in that detail as well. Reed sometimes did things that I think go outside the system. That's why he sort of fell out of favour at Para, where they didn't try hard enough to keep him. He's one of these people who's going to take you a long way, but I'm not sure if he's going to take you to the next step right now. I think maybe as he gets to the end of his career, he wants to be influential in attack. To me, when I used to watch him in games, it's like I felt he wanted to be a Cameron Smith. And that's not being critical. Why wouldn't you? If you're a hooker, you want to be the best in the game. And, where he didn't run too much. But, yeah, he often did the hero play. And what I mean by that is when you defend multiple sets on your line, and he's a big part of that. You get one set, it's the fourth tackle, and he goes for a 40-20. Now, I don't criticise the action. Well, sometimes you got to take risks to win, but he used to do that all the time. When we needed to take another hit up and just get back into the grind, he would do that sometimes. So that was my criticisms of Reed. As far as Bailey Haywood, I felt before Reed come to the Bulldogs, he was one of the best ball passes off the ground that I'd seen in the competition. I felt at Canterbury he struggled with that for reasons I don't know. It was like he was nervous coming back. So he was basically told, I don't know, if you go back to the semi-final in 2024, the Bulldogs are, if you watch that game, the Bulldogs are in control of it against Manly. It's like we had it won, and there's about 4 moments in the game where we give over cheap possession, and Reed Marnie's involved in all of them. And I think they happened late in halves, and basically Reed was given feedback that Bailey Haywood was going to be developed underneath him. An opportunity arose with Reece Robson leaving North Queensland. His market value skyrocketed because of that. The Cowboys wanted him straight away. And he started putting pressure on the Dogs, basically saying, well, I've got a team that sees me as an 80-minute player. I still love Canterbury. I'd love to stay here. Can you increase my offer now? The club said, no, we're not ready. We see her as a 65-minute player. He's actually offered a 2-year deal on far less money based on him playing 60 minutes and not playing 80. And that's where it sort of fell out of favour. And then it was all about Bailey Haywood, getting him important reps because Reed wasn't going to be here to teach him the reins anymore. And as Bailey said, Reed taught him so much stuff. Like, we all know good hookers take a while to develop. So that is going to be something that the media and the fans are going to put a lot of pressure on the club around Bailey Haywood this season. That won't come from me, but that will come from a lot of the cheap media and the cheap headlines and stuff. If we lose games, it'll be because of that. It'll be because of Galvin, because of Haywood, because of Gus Gould, because we don't have enough juniors and we buy everybody. I loved your introduction, by the way. I love the passion in that.
Thanks, mate.
Wasn't completely accurate, by the way.
I know it wasn't completely accurate, but we've got.
Yeah, but we like to light the fuse against the Bulldogs. It's a great rivalry, so we got to get stuck into them.
Well, there's a lot of smart asses out there. Every time you see a Bulldogs fan, they're just putting crap on you because we do have this mental edge over the Dragons at the moment. Sort of like you've had over us, and ever since when Jamie Soward cheated, and then we couldn't beat you afterwards.
Lovely. Liam, have you got a question there, mate?
Well, if I was the coach of your team, I would put Galvin in 6, Burton in the centres, Bronson Sterry on the wing, and bring in Mitch Woods.
I'd bring in Mitch Woods too.
He's injured, isn't he?
Is he out?
Yeah, but for the long term.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So would you start your young fella in the Dragons right now at 7? Cade Reid?
Oh, hell yeah. He's better than, no offense to the coach, but he's better than Kyle Flanagan.
Mitch Woods has had a bit more time in reserve grade, though, hasn't he?
He's only played 10 games.
Reserve grade yet.
He's played 10 games of reserve grade.
Yep.
He hasn't handled pre-season training. It's just,
you don't want to rush a halfback, that's for sure.
I think Mitch Woods would be a great fullback.
Okay. I don't know
his
much
running
about
game's his best attribute. He's a special player. You watch him in juniors, he lifts every team he's with. He's a special player. But Matt Burton's the best half in our club. Why would we move him to the centres? Just because he's the second best centre in our club as well. That's the only reason we move him there.
Apparently he's on the outer, and the Perth Bears want him. Or, if he lights it up against the Dragons in Vegas this week, he might get offered a contract to be a punter for any NFL team.
Yeah.
What would your thoughts be if Burton was to get?
I think you've got a future of Fox Sports, Scoop, and you've got the scoop on it. I used to work for News Corp, and whiteboarding headlines there's more time spent on that than actual getting accurate, truthful stories. But none of what you just said is actually obviously the club, and Matt Burton's a Bulldog. That's the latest thing from Gus. We'll stick with that. We know, it's hard as a club to have marquee players playing, to have 3 marquee players to sort of play in your halves. But you sort of have to do that. We saw Harry Grant really get a great apprenticeship to become Melbourne's hooker. We've seen Suafal Longo basically spend 3 years on the scene. We saw Jonah Pezzett develop for 4 years as the incumbent. You have to do that with your young halves. You cannot, and the coaches know this. There's only a few in history that would actually go out there as a 20-year-old and manage business, and they're the bigger body types. They're the players like Lachlan Galvin, who's already nearly played 50 NRL games. 50 NRL games, that kid.
Yes.
And he goes all right. We saw what he could. Toby Sexton's never won a game when it's been on the line. Galvin did it against you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lachlan Galvin's not a halfback. He's a 5'8".
It doesn't matter. You're still a half. When you play left or right, it doesn't matter.
What? Just because I know Andrew John says he's a 5'8", but what's he not doing as a halfback that a halfback does?
He's not managing the team well at all. He's better running 5'8" than he's a halfback.
Michael, when your team signed Galvin, you were 4 points clear at the top of the table. And then
we beat you guys. We beat the Dragons twice.
I understand, mate. But what I'm saying is, Galvin came to the team, and you just went backwards. I think you went backwards. Everyone was saying you shouldn't have signed him. Do you think the team went backwards during that period? You were leading the comp by 4 points, and then you ended up 6 points behind the leaders. So that's a 10-point drop.
We won 5 of our last 11. We had a disappointing match against the West Tigers.
Yep.
And we had a disappointing match against the Roosters where 8 of the team had influenza, didn't train, and the coach basically said, it's my fault. That I trusted them to make the right call. They said they were right. They weren't. And and that's the way it went. Max King, I know it sounds like a cop-out, but Max King, the player that he was to what he was in that little part of that season, Max King doesn't make 30 metres in a match just because the other team's forward pack are better. We're missing Jamin Salmon for a long time, and he came back 3 weeks early. Sam Hugh, like, I know the inside story of all these players from their training and stuff. We were battered and bruised as a club. And that's the thing the club's got to work out, how it actually gets through 27 rounds to make a proper run.
Yeah.
We nearly beat Melbourne in Melbourne twice in that run home. We lost our captain. Now, you take your best player out of every other team in the competition in a semi-final after 10 minutes and tell me how many games they win. So take Reece Walsh from the Broncos, take Cleary from the Panthers, take Crichton from the Bulldogs. You don't win.
Yeah, right.
You don't win.
That's right,
we lost our best player in the semis. So we didn't beat the only top 8 team that we beat in that run of round 17 or whatever it was, or 14, were the Sharks. And we beat the Roosters, who were looking like they weren't going to make the 8. We beat them earlier on.
Yeah.
That was with Sexton. But we beat the Titans twice. We beat all these teams that all finished down the bottom of the ladder. So
then Sexton
we just weren't ready to beat the best sides in the competition. That's all.
Yeah, I understand. This year's going to be totally different for you guys, I think. I think you're going to be stronger. I was going to ask you about one of your young blokes coming through, Logan Spinks.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the young bloke. It seems to be he's going to be a superstar.
Well, I'm a bit worried because I can't find his details anywhere on the Bulldogs website. He's from Tamworth. He's someone I've been talking about for a long time, as anyone who follows passionately knows. Very good on the left edge, very good try scorer. Never stops working. You know, he got exposed a bit in that first trial. He put his hands out, and Helam Lukey went straight through him, so he got a big lesson there. But he actually fought back really well in that game, which I loved. Yeah. From our pathways in Greater Northern Tigers on the New South Wales Mid-North Coast. Really good player. He played with Fayunu Latu, and Lachlan Galvin in the Australian schoolboys side back in, I think, 2023 or 24.
Okay.
So we've actually assembled quite a few of these schoolboys together that had some success together. So that's where we're bringing in a lot of players, young players, and getting them into our development system because, when you've only got 3,000 juniors in 13 junior clubs, it's very, very difficult to compete with Penrith and Brisbane and that who have 13,000 and 11,000 and stuff.
Yeah. All right, who are you most excited to see play this year?
It's 2 players. It's the ex-Dragon. I want to see Latu rip and tear. And the reason is because there was a moment in a game that I watched where he took a hit up and he got a late offload away. The next player made 10 metres and then he took the next hit up again. And that type of player to me is just someone who's desperate to win and compete. And it's probably moments like that why the Bulldogs wanted him. The other guy is AJ Jones because he's just a man against boys. And Jonathan Sewer. If you watched your round 26 of New South Wales Cup last year, Seward spent all year on the right-hand side. They moved him to the left for that last game. I know you've rested a number of players, but he absolutely tore you guys apart. And that just shows you the type of player he is in the future he's got.
Yeah, nice. Who do the Dragons need to watch on Sunday?
Well, I think there's an ambush coming from the Dragons. I'll tell you that much. No one's predicting them to win. It's all on the Bulldogs. It's all about the Bulldogs. It sort of reminds me of the 2014 grand final where it was all about South Sydney, except I think these two teams are very, very close. And round one last year, I felt the Dragons were never in that game and nearly won. They only lost by 28-20.
Yep.
You nearly beat us in the run home. And I think it's going to be it's an absolute grudge match of the ages. You couldn't have selected a better team for us to play. And the Dragons have to. It's the system at the Bulldogs. They're going to be running straight lines. They're going to be trying to keep the Dragons pegged on their own line. They're going to try and force you into mistakes. It's the system at the Bulldogs that you got to worry about. And if St. George want to win this game, they're not going to win it through the grind. They're going to have to take some risks and execute some plays, and I'm sure they've got plenty up their sleeve. I think they'll treat this like a grand final, and I think the Bulldogs as well, because we've got 18 days break after this, which first time I've had a really good draw like that since last year.
Yeah.
How do you think the Vegas crowd will react to the Bulldogs and the Dragons?
Well, they'll all be Australians. That's the
And maybe some Poms as well.
I think the Poms will enjoy it because they love their footy.
Far from England.
Yeah, hopefully there's some Yanks there and they enjoy it.
I'll let you know if there is or not.
Hey,
I'll let you know if there's some Yanks there or not. So I'm going.
There should be a few
tomorrow.
I think Dana White might be there because he's Matt Cooper's mate. So
yep.
Donald Trump might be.
I'd like to see Donald there. I'd like to see the Donald there. Michael, who are you most fearful of in the Dragons?
Look, Little is very fast.
Yeah, mate.
I think Daniel Atkinson will go all right early, but people got to understand this kid's been playing off the bench an 18th man for 4 years. He's hardly had back-to-back games in first grade. They need to give him time. So, but he's got a really nice subtle pass on him. On the big guy at 13,
Hamish Stewart.
Yeah, he's the stuff that you build teams around, and just his attitude. The Bulldogs would have a player like that, no problem.
He's the reason that we let Jack DeBellin go.
Well,
if we kept Jack DeBellin, we wouldn't be able to keep him. So, unfortunately, we had to let Jack go.
Look, I don't think Blake Laurie will play unless he's get through the game get to the 68th minute with no issues, no injuries. They might try and rush the advantage home with an extra big body, and Blake loves to play the Bulldogs. I know that much.
Well, he scored against them. He's only scored
his first try.
2 tries, isn't it? So
that was at Belmore, I think.
Yeah.
Real
Belmore.
Windy day.
It was. Anything can change. All right, I've got a couple more questions for you. There's a couple of quick fire questions I've got for you.
All right.
Quick fire questions in one word. Confidence level this year, high, medium, or low?
Hey? Oh, confidence.
Sorry? Yeah, confidence. Yeah.
How will you go this year?
High. All right. Your spine in one word.
Developing.
One word for your pack.
Awesome.
One word for your coach.
Oh my God.
He chooses his words very, very carefully, doesn't he? When he's in the presses, he's always guarded with what he says. He's good for the media, I think.
I should say.
That's the way I see him.
Performer.
So one word, performer. That's a nice word. And last one, or second last one. One word for the Dragons.
Desperate.
Desperate. There you go. There you go. And the last question I got. Has anyone else got a question for Michael before we go?
Yes, I do. Okay. So the later game of the year, it's normally so it's meant to be our home game. Whatever the two clubs make out of the game in Vegas on Sunday, it's going towards our second game, which will be played at Allianz later in the year. What's your take on the two clubs moving that game to Allianz Stadium?
I think it's a great idea. I think both teams will travel to it. It's not far up the road from Hurstville and all that, and Cogra. So it's a really good stadium. And, yeah, the atmosphere of the Bulldogs Manly game was phenomenal from what you could tell. I think it's great for both clubs to play at two neutral venues and hopefully pack it out. I'd really want to see that.
They're going to split the revenue, aren't they, from both games?
Yeah.
From what they get out of the Vegas game, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's a great thing. Anybody else?
What would you? I've got a question for you. Yeah, if you were the coach, what would your spine be? Choose out the best players.
My spine, if I was the coach, would be Connor Tracy, Matt Burton, Lachlan Galvin, and Bailey Hayward. Although I'd be tempted to have Jake Turpin in there and start him once he's fit, because he's a 98% defender, and just was one of the best hookers in Queensland, which is very hard to do. People don't sort of understand that, how hard some juniors have to work to get into a club like Brisbane. They've stacked. They've been underperforming for years, the Broncos. But anyway.
What sort of influence do you think Gus has on your side?
I think Gus has a big influence on the development pathways, and sometimes that's what's difficult, because obviously lots of promises get made to young kids, and they're trying to keep them, and they want them to play for Bulldogs. You got managers and families, putting the big, trying to say to the club, we're getting other offers. Gus will tell them, okay, do you want a reference? I'll give you a good reference, or come see me. It's happened, and we do lose some good players because there's a real they've got a real strategy around the way that they want to build resilience and build loyalty. And it's sort of harder at Canterbury, and it would be also difficult at the Dragons as well, where you got that smaller junior base, even though you've got Wollongong, which helps a lot. When you've got having to bring these players in from Queensland and country areas in New Zealand and Fiji, and the locals actually feel like they're being sort of pushed aside a little bit. So it's hard to manage. So Gus has to manage all that. And that's where he has a huge influence. All this stuff about he couldn't work with Shane Flanagan and stuff, it's all bullshit. I think Gus has learned some lessons along the way. Like, you haven't heard him predict when the Bulldogs premiership would be, which he did at the Panthers.
He did.
So he's learned a few lessons just quietly without sort of. So I don't. He loves Cameron Serrato, and he has full trust in Cameron, and that's when you trust people, you pick them and back them. That's why he picked Sean Timmins at 5'8" in Origin, because he trusted him as a player. Like, Origin fans everywhere were like, why would you pick Sean Timmins when he ends up winning the game for us with the field goal?
That's right. Exactly right.
That's true. He can play anywhere.
And he trusts Serrato. Big difference.
You can put Sean Timmins in the back row or in,
front row.
the second
do anything.
row. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can do anything.
You put him in a hooker. I can see him playing hooker in a pinch.
And Gus loves the Dragons, by the way. I think the Dragons were his team.
It was, because he's always talking about standing on the hill at Cogra, watching the Dragons go around with his old man.
Yeah.
So
he always used to say he always says when the Dragons play at Jubilee, he says, "Be wary of the red V at Jubilee." What he always says.
All right. Anybody
Well,
else?
doesn't he still live next to Mark Coyne? I think
Maybe.
at one point that he
I
did.
don't know.
Yeah.
No.
I heard that a while ago from his mouth. It was a number of years
All right,
ago.
All right, Michael, I got one more question for you.
All righty.
When the Dragons beat the Bulldogs, what will your excuse be?
I don't give excuses. I give reasons. So there'll be no excuse. There'll
No
only be
excuse?
reasons.
All right. Well, you've been absolutely fantastic, mate. We don't do a behind enemy lines anymore. We go on to another different things now. So anyway, the new one is those quick fire questions. The 5 questions about your team. Thanks for joining us, mate. You've been absolutely fantastic, and we'll continue on with our show. Just give
I'm about to
your
go
podcast,
live in 15 minutes. So
give your podcast another plug.
All Things Bulldogs podcast and Dogfather Media. Go check it out. If you want media without the outrage. Michael Jeffrey on 0 tackle, staff writer. There you go.
There you go. That's a lot.
See you back
If you can remember
later in the year as well, Michael, when we meet again.
Hey?
We'll have you back later in the year when we meet you again.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And I did an article on the Dragons, the top 5 players that need to improve. So check that one out as well.
I will.
Okay.
We will.
Do.
All right, mate. Thank you very much. Someone's on your side here. Go the Dogs. I don't know if he's one of your friends, but
There's a few of them in here tonight. I'm reading these.
They're all
There are a
my
few.
members. That they pay subscriptions and stuff.
Yep.
what? God, they should pay us
Right.
a subscription. Come on.
Have them watching the show. It's good for our
is.
viewers.
Thanks for you guys for coming on. It's been absolutely fantastic. I hope you stick around and watch the rest of the show. But thanks, Michael. Thanks for being here.
Yes, Michael.
See you, lads. Have a good day.
Yep.
See you, Michael.
See you, mate.
See you,
mate.
Scoop. See you, Youngie. See you, Jack.
See you, mate.
Go the Dogs.
See you. Ellie says go the Dragons. Sorry about that. Okay, guys. Jess, did you have a Jag question for the team?
I do. You got the
Hang on.
intro ready?
Hang on. Enough of that. It goes for 45. It goes for 45 seconds. We haven't got the time, Jess.
Jag.
We haven't got the time. All right, Jess.
All right.
What's your question for our fans?
So, apologies for Billy. Billy wanted to send his apologies. He couldn't come on tonight, so I'm filling in for him. So my question is tonight. This will be our third season opener against the Dogs. Obviously, we met them last year in round 1 at Cogra. Can you name the other year we met the Bulldogs in a season opener?
Oh,
There you go. Good question.
But
Good
that's
question,
the first
Jess.
time-
That's St George Illawarra, so post 99.
Anybody out there that knows that question, throw it in the,
Scoop,
throw it in
you
the
can't
comments.
answer it.
No, I'm not answering. I'm just going to say, is this the first time we went back-to-back seasons playing against one team in the first round? I'm pretty
No.
sure it is.
Oh,
Oh, really?
It's not. We
Well,
played
okay.
Melbourne years ago, back-to-back years.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I'd like to see
All right.
a consistent season opener like they do in the AFL. Like Carlton always starts against Richmond. If we started
No.
against someone like Canterbury or, Cronulla, one of those, that's a great way to start the season. They should
It is.
consider that. That's a cracker.
yeah. Polina Rents, is he back again, Jess? Is 2004 the correct answer?
No, it's not. 2004.
No, it's not.
Trying to play who 2004? I can't place that one.
Anyway,
But it's not. It's not.
Anyway.
It's not. 2004.
all right. Let's run through the Dragons team, Jess. The Mad Dragons vodcast.
So at fullback, Clint Gupperson, the co-captain. On the wings, Christian Tuipulotu. And what a moment for this guy. 27 years of age, making his NRL debut under the bright lights of Las Vegas. Well done, Setu
Wow.
too. welcome to the NRL. In the centres, Moses Sully, and cleared to return from his injury, Valentine Holmes. And the halves, Kyle Flanagan will partner Daniel Atkinson, his first game in the Big Red V. His back-to-back trips for Daniel Atkinson to Las Vegas. In the front row, Emre Gula and Toby Cashman makes his return from injury. And Damien Cook, the other co-captain, his second time to go to Las Vegas as well. He went in the first trip in 2024 with Souths. Luciano Leilua and Jade Sewer are the back rowers, with Hamish Stewart locking the scrum. He gets first crack at the 13 jersey post Jack DeBellum. On the bench, Hame Sele, Josh Kerr returning after after 3 years at the Dolphins. Blake Laurie and Ryan Couchman, with Lycan Kiktogia, David Farley, the new recruit from the Penrith Panthers, Jacob Halengahu, Matt Feeney, and Tyrell Sloan, with the coach being Shane Flanagan. Big T.
Well, there you go. Yeah, what a lineup. Probably our best side. They could print out. The only player missing is Dylan Egan, isn't he? So
Jacob Little.
Oh, Jacob Little. There you go.
Yeah,
there
he's massive loss.
All right, Youngie. How confident are you with this team?
Against the Bulldogs this week or overall?
Yeah, this week's game.
Oh, well, it's kind of hard, to gauge with no form. Where there's a lot of changes in the team. Look, I've got to be confident. Maybe it's wishful thinking, and the Dogs had a pretty good year last year too. So
they fell away a bit in the end there.
I'm 50-50. I can't really judge this far in. As the season progresses, I'm confident we're going to have a good year, though.
Sweet. What do you reckon about this team this week?
I was listening to the radio, SEN this morning on the way to work, and I kind of agree with what Greg Alexander said. He said he's been talking to a lot of Dragons fans post-Charity Shield, and a lot of Dragons fans are really nervous about this game, especially our lackluster performance in the Charity Shield. I am nervous. I just hope we can really dig in and put in, because if we don't put in and actually go over there and have a go, it will be a very long afternoon if we don't actually put in. Because if we don't put in, the Bulldogs can rack up a score against us, and that's the last thing we want to see. We want to see them have a go, rip in and play for one another, and if they can take a few risks along the way and get some go forward going, and hopefully we can take a bit of risks and aim up in defence. That's what we're going to need to do to win. It's going to be a whole team effort to pull off the upset. Dragons,
it will be.
+6.5 start as well. Sorry, +6.5 start too. So they're expecting the Dogs narrowly, but as the game gets closer, a lot of more people are predicting a big win to the Bulldogs. So we've got to be wary of that.
I think our attack's okay. The one thing that I take out of the trials is I didn't like the defence.
That hasn't changed.
It just seemed to tap off.
I'm totally opposite to that, Youngie.
Really?
Okay. I think our defence was fine. We had the least missed tackles of any club. We made the second or least errors of any club. So I don't think it's our defence that's our problem. It's our attack. It's our kick return. If we don't make a good kick return, we can't make a good set. You know what I mean? Where you got like I was talking on Sunday that Penrith made 5,000 metres kick return this year. We made 3,000 already. We made 3,500.
Well, Guffo can't run as much as he used to, can he?
With 1,500. So hopefully Setu and Christian Tuipulotu. Setu too, and Christian Tuipulotu can get us a lot of kick return meters.
Val Holmes, who I'd say.
I'm so sure that I'm going to love to see that combination, Holmes and two. That's going to be fantastic. Scoop, apart from being there, you lucky bastard. What excites you about the Vegas game?
Don't
say the strippers.
Just watching out. The strippers. Youngie, shush, it's not your time, it's my time, so be quiet. For
I love it.
watching our young forwards playing under the bright lights in the big Vegas Thunderdome to kickstart the season. Oh, the only thing that worries me, Big T, is the halves combination because I don't. I'm sorry, Coach Flano, but I don't see your son as a 6. I see him more as a utility hooker role and Brendan liking Kintogia because liking Kintogia and Dan Atkinson could be a better combination than your son and Dan Atkinson. So that's the only thing that's going to worry me.
Yeah, out of this team, Jess. Actually, what do you think? What excites you about the Vegas game?
Hopefully the Dragons can, and as I said, put in. We need to make a good start to the season because we have got a tough start. We've got Bulldogs, then we return home, get a couple of weeks to get ready to play the Melbourne Storm at Wynn Stadium, and we've got Parramatta. So it's not an easy start to the season, and we can't be. We've got to start really well if we want to have a good year. The one excites me. I'm looking forward to seeing Daniel Atkinson in the Red V. Hopefully he can. As I think we alluded. Michael said before that and Flano said a few weeks ago as well. Don't expect Daniel Atkinson to be our saviour. He's not that player yet. He's only played 20-odd first grade games, and we can't expect the world from him. It's going to take him time to learn our systems and learn and combine with players like Kyle and Guppo and Cook out of dummy half and Jacob Little when he does return from injury. So it'll take time, but hopefully I'll be looking forward to seeing like our young middles like Toby Cashman and Hamish Stewart step up. Ryan Cashman returns after 12 months out with an ACL. I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes. And it's going to be definitely because they've got a pretty big forward pack. And as Michael said, their outside backs like led by Matt Burton, Stephen Crichton. If we're not on, they will have a field day. So we've got to aim up. Hopefully they can, and hopefully they can rise to the occasion. Hopefully they can. We'll have to wait and see. Just looking forward to seeing our first proper game of the season and see how it all goes. I don't want to be disappointed after the first round.
Oh, okay. Yes, very, yeah. Hopefully we don't have to say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Youngie, what's the key? What's the key to winning this game?
I think we've got to shut down Connor Tracy. He's dangerous at the back. In space, he can create opportunities. So he'd be one player we need to watch. But, all over the park, they were good last year. As much as I gave them a hard time on the sledging page, they had a good year. So, they got a lot of threats. We definitely got to be on. I think our defence needs to be on. I know you were talking about our defence being good, but in this game, we've got to be so switched on, I think.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. If we can be in there, sorry.
No, go on. If we can be in there, go on.
If we can have, like 2 to 4 points in it at half time and be in the game going into the next 20 of the second half, anything can happen. I reckon we got to keep this game tight.
All right. Well, and tell me, what can't we afford to do?
Switch off. We've got to be switched on. There's got to be cohesion in defence. We've got to be moving up in attack. If we start switching off, it could be like 4 points all of a sudden. Well, in a 10-minute period, we could be gone. And
but
Dragons aren't going to do that.
Talking about switching off, the Dragons had I think it was 26 occasions where other teams scored in the final 5 minutes of a half.
Yeah,
breaking
26
news.
occasions. There's only 27 rounds, 24 rounds, and on 26 occasions we had a try score in the last 5 minutes of a half. So that's got to stop soon.
It's got to change. Yeah.
Breaking news. Apparently.
Hello, Lisa Marie Cooper.
Breaking news, Big T.
Go on, tell me.
So the Vegas-bound flight with Peter Volandis,
Oh, yeah.
Abdo,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we heard this.
Newcastle fans, and CEO Peter Parr, they've been turned around back to Australia. So understood to be in air conditioning issues, and they were in the air for over an hour. So they've been turned around back to Australia.
Suckers.
They've got another couple of days to get there, so they'll be fine. They'll be fine, I'm sure.
I'll
He
be
didn't want to
flying
go
out
because
tomorrow.
he didn't want to go because his air conditioning didn't work. Yeah. All right, where are we up to here?
I've got some clips if you want to run through them, Big T.
Yeah, give me five. I'm going to ask you a question now. I've got 3 new recruits. Setu 2, Daniel Atkinson, and Josh Kerr. Who's going to have the biggest impact on the game? And how do you think the other 2 will fare?
Obviously, I think the key will be Daniel Atkinson. He'll be the reason if we win or lose. His battle with Galvin will be crucial, I think. So he's going to have to come up and we've seen him in moments in his time at the Sharks where he can ice those moments and deliver the match-winning plays. I remember one game down at Amy Park against the Melbourne Storm. He guided them to victory when he was the only half in the team. So it's going to be a similar occasion to that one where he can, if he can do that and the game's tight, he can nail a field goal or come up with a goal to win us the match. It might come down to that. We only lost to the Dogs in the dying minutes in our game towards the back end of last year. So we're gonna need to keep it tight. And I think if it is going to be tight, I think Daniel Atkinson's going to be the key to us winning the game or losing because that's what you expect from your halfback to get those moments done in the big games.
And Setu too, such a hard returner of the ball too. So hopefully he can give us some kick return meters. And Josh Kerr, he's a great player, good offload, better than when he left, I reckon.
I agree. He had a great year.
He'll bring us some impact off the bench.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll go with the
He went away a boy and come back a man.
Do you think they'll go with the 4 forwards, or you think they'll bring a King Toggy or a David Farley onto the bench?
I reckon King Toggy will come on the bench.
Who's going to drop out? Mike Laurie? Yeah. Locker drops out, or Ryan Katzman drops out?
Blake Laurie.
Hame Saleh's look good.
He has looked good. He's underestimated, underrated. He's a good player.
Sorry to interrupt, Big T. Remember, the new rule this year is no longer a 4-man bench; it's a 6-man bench.
That's right,
so
6-man bench. You can use any 4
of them.
Any 4 of those 6 you can use.
Yeah, so it can be anyone out of the 20 to 22 that can come in for the 6.
No, they still have to cut it back to 19.
Yeah, 19.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do anyway. I've always talked about having an 18th and a 19th man. So it could cover if a player gets tackled, bad tackle, gets injured, gets
loses him for the game.
Gets fouled upon. You can have a forward and a back in 18-19. We've got 2 backs there. But,
Well, if they're fresh too, you could look at it this way, Big T. If we're down by 10 points, you could bring on, say, Tyrell Sloan to get us. You're going on to win us the game.
But the only thing about that, though, you've got 22 players there, 17 players play. You've got five more players that are going to travel with your team and not play lower grade football.
They can't play reserve grade, yeah.
We do have a lot of games. We do have a lot of games with our Reggies playing before us, so that's not going to be too bad. I don't know how many it is, but
back in the day, they used to have if you have to play first grade, you get through half a game in reserve grade years ago.
Right, yeah. We talked about that the other night. We had Chris Guy to play 3 grand finals on one day, back in 1985, I think it was.
But I mean, for that reason, now that you've got a 6-man bench, you're going to see a lot of change in the bench week to week to make sure these players get the game time in either first grade or reserve grade. So you're going to see this changing all the time.
Yeah.
It would depend on the opponent, wouldn't it? You'd think.
Yeah,
how the game
would
going.
That's right. Exactly right. Exactly right. For these people that are still watching, stick around till the end because I've got a very special song I wrote, and I'm going to play it at the end. Liam,
Yes.
when the Dragons win on Sunday, what statement will that send to the NRL and the rest of the clubs?
Well, a lot of the social media and like Channel 9 and all that predictions are saying that we're going to be wooden spooners this year. But if we do win on Sunday for you guys, but on Saturday for me, if we do win against the Bulldogs, it'll be like, watch out, here's the Dragons. You underestimated us.
So does that mean you'll know if they win before us because you're getting to watch it on Saturday, we don't get to watch it on Sunday?
No, they're 16 hours behind us, Big T.
I know. I'm just saying.
So I'll be watching at the same time.
He's watching it on Saturday. We watch it on Sunday, so he's going to know first who's going to win the game. So let us know. Let us know, Liam. All right. There's no Coco this week, and Billy's not here either.
Billy.
But we've got to do a bit of this.
Billy's at work.
How's that? How do you like that one? With the new Mad Dragon logo on the end. Oh, I like that logo.
I don't think anyone got the trivia question right either, Big T.
Oh, was it 2001? The last one I seen was 2007. But Ellie puts that many.
2005.
Oh, there you go. So 2004. Muhammad Dib said 2007, and then nobody else had a go at it. So yeah, there you go. 2005. There you go. Yep. It was the last time we.
It's one of the other times that we've played the Dogs in a season opener.
In a season opener.
That we played them. This will be the third time we played them in a season opener. We won't talk much about the result because we've lost both of them. But the Dogs won the game 46 points to 28.
What? No way. How do you know that already? Anyway.
So he was. If you want to hear
it. Moving on.
Great side.
Carry on.
Will be at fullback. Colin Best and Reece Simmons on the wings. Ben Cray and Matt Cooper in the centres. Aaron Gorrell and Matthew Head in the halves. Front row, what a front row pairing it was. Luke Bailey and Justin Paul. Hooker, Michael Ennis, our now assistant coach. Second row is Dean Young, our other assistant coach. Lance Thompson, RIP, and Sean Timmins. The bench, Ashton Sims, Brian Norrie, Willie Manu, and Corey Payne. Coach was Nathan Brown, Big T.
Oop, sorry. So hot down
Brings
here.
back some memories, that team.
Everything's fogging up.
It does.
Yeah, it was a great team, that one. We should have won the comp that year.
We did. We won't talk about what happened at the other end of the year. We were so close to making the GF.
All right, Scoot.
One.
I was going to talk battles and clashes. Who are you the most looking forward to seeing go head to head?
I'm gonna pick the halves, Big T. So it's our halves against the Bulldogs halves, but depending on how it goes, if Carl Flanagan's not cut out to be in the halves, I reckon to give it 2 to 3 weeks, he'll get dropped to the bench with like in Kentucky to come in.
You want to see that happen, Scoop, don't you? You want to see it happen. What happened? What happens when Jacob Little comes back? You're dropping into the Reggies. See you later, son. You're in the Reggies now.
No, I would drop Emery Gula and move Ryan Couchman to the other prop and have Jacob Little on the bench as well to cover like the hooker, pretty much as a second backup hooker, and then Damien Cook can go lock.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, that's right.
We could get flogged 3 weeks in a row by 40 points, and the coach is not going to drop his son. Not going to happen.
Well, there are reports coming out saying apparently I was watching a I think it was James Graham saying if Dragons lose like 3 or 4 games in a row, the coach will have his head on the chopping block.
Yeah, I know. Youngie, you brought it up. How many weeks does Flano give the halves? Like you're saying, we could be 3-0 up, we could be 4-0 down. You know what I mean? How many
I'm not
weeks?
too worried. Look, Flanagan does cop it, right? But the one thing about his game is he's also a good defender. His defense. If you look at his defense, he's a good defender. He's probably one of the Becky. I don't think even Donny said it. Was it Donny that said that? But I noticed it as well. He is a good defender. So that's part of his game, and he's better than a lot of halves in the defensive area. So he may not be the best attacking player, but he's definitely a good defensive half.
Jess, what are your battles and clashes?
I think Stephen Crichton up against Valentine Holmes. I'm pretty sure they're on the same side of the field. That's going to be an important battle. We know what Stephen Crichton can do. He's very athletic, and Val's good at getting those meters, and he's very classy as well. So I think that's a key battle. And the Luciano Leilua up against Villian Mekikia. Let's see how good Luciano's work has paid off all pre-season, and let's see how he goes one-on-one against one of the best back rowers in the comp.
Are your battles the halves, Youngie?
Say that again.
Are your battles the halves, or are you looking at somewhere else? Your battles and clashes?
No, I'm keen to see the halves go around. So Atkinson, see how he goes with the coach's son. Whether they gel together. I suspect it might take a little bit of time. Which is what worries me.
I'm most looking forward to looking at the edges. Sewer and Luch, Sully and Val Holmes. Just running at their edges. I think we might
Luch
have an edge.
Fit.
Oh, he's looking fantastic.
He's lost 15 kilos.
Yeah.
Scoop, we were talking about a new segment for you. Did you do anything this week?
I got 2, but I can't think of a third one.
All right, we might be able to help you, but we'll have a look at this right now. Well, you guys can work out who the good, the bad, and the ugly is out of those three Muppets. What have we got, Scoop? What have you got? What have you got for us?
So obviously it's the beginning of the first round of the NRL. So the good is Viva Las Vegas!
Las Vegas,
baby.
Yeah.
That's my good. The good to come out for this week. The bad is the upsetting news of the Dragons have agreed for release on compassionate grounds for Indy Bostock to leave the club to move up to Queensland with her brother and
big loss.
soon to be future partner Tafida Nafuhu. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the ugly, I can't think of one, to be honest. Sorry.
The ugly. Well, you'll have to be the ugly, Scoop. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There you go. Thanks, mate. You can all work out who the good, the bad, and the ugly is in the coming weeks.
Please drop them in the comments on the live stream or
I'm interested in Scoop going over there this week. Scoop, are you going to get on the piss?
I am.
Well,
he doesn't drink.
If you go over there and you don't get on the piss and have a big night like that,
are you 21, Liam?
Yes, I'm 24, Jag.
Okay, so you can't. You're legal.
Yeah.
No, I'm legal.
He's younger than you.
So, I got invited by one of our juniors. I'm not sure if anyone knows. One of our juniors that used to play for us coming through the ranks years ago, Blake Barbudo. Barbudo.
Yeah.
So his dad works with my dad in the fire brigade, and I got invited to hang out with him and some of his teammates at the NRL Vegas Nines this week.
Yeah. make sure you get plenty of photos, Scoop. And
Yeah.
Go live.
Yeah.
just take photos.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you too, when you're there, see if you can get any Americans to say, "Come on, guys, what's the Mad Dragons
So
vodka?"
I'm gonna try to line something up for you, Big T, which you might like.
Sweet, no worries.
The other older, the
See if
elderly
you can
on
get
the
any of
channel.
the Fox League people on there too.
I'll try
Can
my
we do
best,
it?
Jag.
Can we do a live cross to him?
Yeah, we should after the game.
think it's-
Yeah.
I think it's 1:30. I think it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, in my
I'll
time.
get up
yeah.
for it. I'll get up.
It's,
No, our time.
um,
Our time will be 6:30.
Yep.
His time will be 1:30 in the morning.
Ah,
I checked
okay.
that out.
kick off their time for us. So 3:30
Yeah.
here on Sunday. It's 8:30 there. So it'd be
Yeah.
11 o'clock, close to
So,
11 by the time.
It'll be 1:30 in the morning. So if you're still awake, Scoop, you're still awake.
Get us
I'll
live
get
on,
on to-
get us
get on
live
with
to the
Jag.
ground.
I'll probably be triggered and pretty much off my head. Hopefully this weekend.
Casinos. Squiggles.
Hey,
That's all
yes.
Are you going to the
Gambling.
I'm
chapel?
Gambling, come on.
Maybe shoot some
That'd be
guns
nice.
over
You
there
know
as
the
well.
famous chapel there?
Yeah. AK-47
He's not getting married.
at the gun
No,
range.
I'm still single. So if there's
As
any,
Donnie said in the chat, he's Stu, Liam Stu.
Stu.
The
He is
Hangover.
too
Have you
with the
seen The Hangover?
missing tooth. With the missing tooth. Look.
I am.
Yeah.
Ah, look at
There
that.
you go. It's already gone. He's on fire.
You haven't even got there yet.
Yeah. Dude, he just needed one of the tattoos.
no.
Tyson
That's the second
tattoos.
one.
Yeah. And then chop a finger off.
And the third one, he gets boobs.
Oh, yes.
Right, there you go. Stu. Imagine Scoop come back with
She
boobs.
won't care. My mum said if I want to go to the strip clubs over there, she won't give a rat's ass. 'Cause I'm 24.
Make sure you got plenty of singles, mate.
I
You can be the money man. You can be the money man with singles.
You go with CT.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. So that was pretty good. Yes, Scoop. The good, the bad, and the ugly. He's going to Vegas. That's the ugly.
When do you fly out to?
I'm making the guys jealous.
We are.
Okay.
You are. He flies out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, there you go, James Savage.
Fighters and Newcastle fans, are you?
How do you go on
James-
flight
James-
speed? I'm not a good flyer, so I have to get on the juice to make it. I don't fly well.
Mike Tyson's waiting for you over in Vegas. There, Scoop.
Can't wait to
his
meet him in
tiger.
person.
Yeah. Lisa Marie Cooper thought it was funny. Okay, Jess, have you got? I'm going to ask you another 5 questions, same as I asked Michael, and I'll go around the panel. Confidence level this year: low, medium, high. One word.
Low.
Low. Youngie.
Oh, God. One word.
One word. Low, medium, or high.
Medium.
Medium. Liam.
I'm gonna have to agree with Jag. Low. I don't have
Jag
much
low.
confidence in our team.
Yeah. And hopefully I won't cop too much flack for this, but I'm high. I reckon we've got a good chance this year. Youngie, one word for our forward pack.
Oh, hi. I reckon our forward pack's we got a good
One
pack
word,
of forwards.
One word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hi. Awesome. Yeah. I rate our
Jag?
forwards.
Potential, but still
Potential.
Yeah, potential.
Now,
Liam,
Youthful.
youthful. Now, Liam, one word for our spine.
Is it after 7:30 or 8:30?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Closer
is.
to 9 o'clock, but no F bombs.
Ah, crud. Shit.
All right, pass, Jess. Our spine.
Improvement.
Improvement. Youngie, our spine, you reckon? What's the one word?
Optimistic.
Optimistic. I'm going to go developing. And
I'm gonna
Youngie,
go
one word for our coach.
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiastic. Yep. Jess.
Oh. Go to Liam first. I'll think about that one.
Liam.
Timber.
What? Timber?
What did you?
You reckon he's going to fall? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, one word hyphenated under pressure. Les Maurice says worrisome.
I'll go optimist. He likes to be optimistic.
All right. So you got anything to show us there? Oh, actually. We showed this last week, but I want to show it again. It's our season launch. Jeez, that's loud. How good's that? We're not playing Viva Las Vegas yet. Gonna set my hair on fire. Anything you want to show us, Jess? You said you had a couple of things to show us.
Yep. So first, we've
Go.
got one from Val Holmes. This was him arriving at the airport in Las Vegas yesterday as he fronted the media. Obviously, we know he has experience in America. He had a short stint in the NFL with the New York Jets a few years back. So, and he has a bit of experience to show, and he's looking forward to returning. Here's Val Holmes. You have to share that, Big T.
In business, I got to stretch out a bit, get around each other, play a bit of cards, and enjoy it. So it's obviously a different way to start the year off, but excited for what's ahead.
Obviously, not a completely foreign trip to yourself, having been over here with your NFL experience with the preseason. Talk us through what that added to you, and were you able to give the boys a bit of a heads up for what that American sporting experience is going to be like?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously when we found out we were going last year, it was all pretty exciting, and it was always kind of just because I was ruled out pretty much from after the Origin last year, so it was my next kind of game I was going to be able to play in. So had it kind of marked on the calendar. I wanted to get back healthy and fit for it, and to play in obviously a stadium like that, the Allegiant Stadium, is going to be pretty fun. Managed to play in the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, and obviously MetLife, so got a bit of a taste for it. But this next weekend will be pretty fun. Obviously 3 games playing, so it should be good fun.
How is the shoulder and the hammy?
Yeah, shoulder's sweet. Shoulder's been good since December, the end of last preseason. So, but hammy's feeling good. I could have played last week. Wanted to, what did he say? Wanted to park the car in the garage, his saying was. But yeah, obviously, I would have liked to get a little hit out for 20, 30 minutes, but we'll see how we go. I'm still fit and feeling strong.
There's a few North Queensland fans looking out for you as well. They want to get some photos and stuff, being a local boy up there. Did you ever think playing your junior footy up there, you'd end up playing some rugby league in Vegas?
No, it's definitely been a full circle type thing. Obviously, born and raised in Townsville, moved to Cronulla when I was just graduated high school, and then obviously went overseas to New York and then come back to Townsville. Played 5 years there and then back in Sydney. It's a bit of a exciting journey I've been on so far, but to be here, in one of the most popular cities in the world to play the game we love and the game that most of Australia supports is it's going to be exciting.
Obviously.
Well, there you go. Val Holmes in Las Vegas.
I don't believe. I'm just going on James's comment. Well, I don't believe that I think that's just a medium beating.
I was going to bring that up actually. Thanks, James, for reminding me. He did come out during the week. Well, it's reported that he came out saying he's not happy with the Dragons. He's not getting first grade running in the first grade. So we'll get rid of that scoop. We'll bring this scoop in.
He's got a twin brother, has he?
He has got a twin brother. There's two of them. Yeah, look at this. Look, there's two of them. How can you have two scoops? Yeah,
One's bad enough.
He's back. He's back. But I don't know where he is, though. I don't know where he's gone. No, he's gone again. Anyway, that's for.
There was a little bit of a talk about the turf as well. Like, have you seen how they use the stadium? It was pretty interesting to see how they do it. So it doesn't actually stay there permanently. So they have different sorts of turfs. So they use for each game. Did you want to see that one, Big T?
Have you got that one there? Have you?
I do.
All right, let's have a look at how they change the turf. The ground is actually 6 meters shorter and a little bit narrower than the normal.
It is.
Yes.
The normal game.
Yep.
Yeah,
all right.
So have you got that? Have you got that
look
there?
at the turf at Allegiant Stadium, not actually in the ground.
One day.
So what's the news about LPT?
Hang on, we'll tell you in a second.
The stadium, much like a drop-in cricket. We're here at a very, very sunny Las Vegas, actually just outside Allegiant Stadium, where the grass for game day is actually being grown. You can see that it's not exactly in the middle of the stadium, much like a drop-in cricket pitch at the SCG or the Gabba or the MCG. This is actually going to be lifted from out here and placed in the middle of the stadium, ready for game day. Now, I don't exactly have my car keys on me to do a Tony Greig, but we will give it a little feel. Yep, that feels like grass. Yep. You can see the effort that's being put in to make this a real global spectacle, rather. We'll bring you more throughout the week for Win News at 5:30.
Isn't that
Thank
fancy,
you, brother?
Do the turf
They print it all out. So they line it all outside and then drive it through. It's actually brought away from Allegiant Stadium and put in the car park.
Yeah,
it's in the car park of Allegiant Stadium. No, it's in the car park of Allegiant Stadium. Getting all the sun, getting all the water, getting all the whatever, And Las Vegas doesn't have a lot of water, so
it doesn't. They're going through a cold wave at the moment.
It's quite cold over there too. I'm hearing reports it's 11 degrees there at the moment. So
take your jumper scoop.
Winter woolly scoop.
I have.
Have you got anything else there, Jess?
There is one more clip.
We'll have a look at it. Let's go. Yeah, it should be a good game scoop. I'm looking forward to it.
Same here.
In Vegas, Daniel Atkinson will start alongside Carl Flanagan in the halves. Dragons forward Jaden Su'A was also named in the lineup and had plenty of praise for his new halves partners at training.
We're looking forward to, I guess, step by step, just learning. They're still learning how to play with each other, but we're excited for the combo.
It's a lineup that promises to pack a punch and was announced the same day the Dragons flexed their muscle at the UFC's High Performance Institute. Jared Constable was there and filed this report.
What sense? They're out here in the UFC. Come get see John Jones.
Mate, this is an unreal facility. How does it feel to be here?
Yeah, pretty crazy experience, mate. It's part of the, being lucky enough to get over here for a game in Vegas. We also get to come and train at the UFC headquarters, so it's pretty special, mate. A few fighters getting around, which is cool. So I'm going to go have some lunch now and then rip in.
You watch many of Volk's fights over in the Gong?
Yeah, we do, mate. Obviously, when Volk's fighting, obviously the local, we're going to support him, mate. So having Volk, obviously how well he's doing, get to see this part of the world, see what I'm sure he gets in here a few times. So, but I'm sure he does his best training back down there in the Wollongong, mate.
How are the boys feeling this week, and how are you going, sort of keeping a level head with everything that's going on?
Yeah, for me, I guess I'm lucky enough I've already been here and played, so I'm sure a few of the boys are a bit excited, but it's been pretty relaxed so far. We flew in, had a good night. We ripped in a train today. We're back on deck, so it's been a really good start to the week, and everyone's pretty focused. And I've got some sort of, I wouldn't call them rules, but things just to make sure we understand why we're here, and we'll make sure we have a good time after it.
Awesome. We'll let you go and have a dance, mate. Music has turned up for you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Oh, USC, how's that? How's that going to train at the USC Centre? Absolutely
You see the
fantastic.
Bulldogs, they trained in the Las Vegas Raiders. They have an indoor stadium to train in.
Do they? Bastards.
Yeah.
I'd rather train at the USC, all those USC fighters. Dana White, he's an absolutely fantastic guy. Donald Trump might drop in. I'm not sure.
I'm trying not to make any comments.
You what?
I'm trying not to make any comments because I don't want to get rejected when I get over there.
You think Donald Trump watches this show?
No comment.
I want giving him a cavity search.
You trying to invite him to watch our show? Come on. If he's out there, Liam, what's your message to him?
Yeah.
Mr. President Trump, I hope you're a big fan. Please watch our show because we would love to have you on as a special guest one day.
You're a beauty. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. All right, is that all you got, Jess?
We've got some news and rumours to go through.
Let's go through it.
Let's continue.
First one last night. Nathan Cleary cleared to play in round one. So he got his charge downgraded.
He's
Your
a
take on
koala.
it, Youngie?
I didn't see it.
He's a koala.
I haven't seen it.
All right.
He's a koala.
Have you seen it, Big T or Liam? Have you seen
I have seen it. I reckon.
What did you think of it, Big T?
Well, I agree with Donnie, actually. There was not a lot of contact in it.
Macassini was falling, wasn't he?
That's right. There wasn't a lot of contact in it. Whether he hit him or not, I don't know. It was just the angle you couldn't see because it was blurred. He might have been centimetres away, but it looked like he hit him. But he's a lucky boy.
Yep, and that would be a huge loss to their chances to start the year as well, because they've got a hard start to the comp. They've got Brisbane, Cronulla, and the Roosters. So,
is it later down there, Youngie, than it is in Sydney?
Later? Oh, the sun stays up till like 10 o'clock here.
Jesus. Scott Jones says,
I tell you what, if you've never been to Melbourne in some, like, they talk about the weather being poor all year round, but summer here, I reckon, is the best in Australia. Honestly.
Yeah.
From about January through to about early March, we don't get a lot of it, but it is just spot on summer down here. It's awesome. Yeah. People get out the bars, the weather's 24 degrees. Awesome.
Yeah, Scotty Jones said you have to wake up a little bit. You're yawning. You're rubbing your eyes. You're getting a bit tired there. Jess,
been a long day for me.
Yes, a couple more to go through. Peter V'landys absolutely rubbed it in the face of the AFL in the last day or so. So last year, the NRL have made $845.6 million in revenue from last year's season.
It's nice. TV rights, though, wouldn't it?
That's nice pocket money.
It's got to be. I think the big difference is Victorians go to the games more and in bigger numbers.
True. Exactly right. You're getting 100,000 to a game, aren't you?
Increased by $100.7 million compared to the prior year in 2024, and record distributions to clubs, players, and state development. Record operating surplus. A record financial position as well is improved considerably, with net assets now at $387,003 million, up to 20% on the prior year, and the strongest financial results. And Peter V'landys was very happy that it strengthened rugby league's unrivaled strength across the region.
Last year, Jess, was the NRL's biggest crowd figures. 4.5 million people went to games across the 27 rounds last year. So, and that's grown from just after COVID, which was 2.8, I think it was, million. Watched the game at the grounds. So that's huge for the NRL. And we're only getting bigger. Perth are coming in, Papua New Guinea are coming in, so we're going to add another 150,000 to that. So,
the Triple M have unveiled a new commentator. So, as you know, works for Triple M and Channel 9. Emma Lawrence will be the first ever female play-by-play caller. What do you make of this news, Liam? Obviously knows her knowledge of the game and
I think it's a
many years ago. What do you think of Emma Lawrence being calling the football?
I think it's a good picking out the bunch because half the commentators these days are so biased against some teams, but Emma Lawrence, she is not biased to any team, so I think it's a good pickup.
Well, she actually is a Tiger supporter,
but she's not. But she doesn't bag any of the teams out, not like half the commentators these days do.
Yep, and she does know her stuff, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Youngie, Big T.
Yeah, for sure. I don't. When it comes to female commentators, I'm a bit old-fashioned. I like the male voice to call rugby league. I don't really like. I think it's Tasha Gale, is it? Calling in the.
It does the NRLW on Fox.
NRLW. I'm not convinced on her. But
Emma Lawrence is going to be she's going to be the main caller, not the.
Yeah, I understand. I couldn't watch NRLW. I couldn't watch NRLW if Tasha Gale called the game.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Jake Avarilla.
Thanks, thanks, James. Thanks, James.
So I'll just let you know too. If you want to tune in to her first call, she'll be calling the round 3 clash between the Sharks and the Dolphins. So that'll be a good game for her to call.
Yeah.
Battle of the Beaches.
We'll see how she goes. Good luck.
That'll be on Triple M.
You were saying Jake Avarilla. I thought there was a beat up at first because I did hear that come out.
I know, denied it.
And then it went dead. So I thought, oh well, this is. And then it resurfaced again. So I thought it was old news. But is this Bert Ingham? Is it?
Would you like him?
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, he's a solid player. He's quick. He's quick. So, I mean, what happens to Gutho? Does he move into the center, into the centers, or into the halves, or is that in the end?
Move into a lock position as a utility player.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt Gutho is slowing down, isn't he, Young?
Oh, I said it last year. I'd like to see him as in the halves. I think he's got the ability to play.
Good enough. I think he'd be good enough.
He's a good link man. He's got a good ball playing skill. So yeah,
he puts players through holes, and I just think he would a little bit. He's not going to be a Darren Lockyer, but
no.
I just think he'd make a good half. You can see the skills are there for him to move into the halves. I think he'd make the transition well if that's where they want to go.
Fair enough.
Yep. And I think that's about it. And Channel 7 will have a new rugby league show as well. Big team. Luke Keary, Aaron
Woods, Corey Parker.
Corey Parker.
I think it was Corey Parker, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh, and David Riccio from the Daily Telegraph.
Mm-hmm.
Will be airing on Monday nights during the season.
All right.
Isn't that almost like promotes Channel 9's coverage of the NRL though? Like, I kind of wonder whether that's almost like a conflict of interest for Channel 7.
Well, they're trying to buy the rights off. They're trying to get the rugby league on their channel. So
okay,
it'll be interesting to see if they can get the deal because apparently they've thrown
had it for a long time. Yeah,
and they've got the World Cup this year. So interesting to see what happens in the next broadcast deal.
That's right.
They paid millions of dollars to get the World Cup.
That's right. All right. Our sponsor again for second time on the show, Complete Warehouse Solutions. Jeff and the team out at Lake, live down at 6 Commerce Drive, Lake Warra. Phone number 4257-1930 or 0417-223-409. They do everything warehouse related. They'll even buy back old pallet racking, as long as it's pretty good. But they'll pick you up, they'll move you, they'll clean the house, they'll do everything for you. You don't have to do a thing. Complete warehouse solutions. We've got an ad coming. I'm just waiting for Donny. All right, is that about it, Jess? You've got nothing else?
Do we have a tip for the other Vegas game? The first Vegas game.
Okay, let's go through predictions. Scoop, let's go.
Before ours.
Predictions for the Vegas game, Scoop. The three games.
First up, we got Hull KR's playing Leeds Rhinos. They looked electrifying in the World Cup Challenge. I think Hull KR will be too good for Brad Arthur's Leeds Rhinos.
Good to see him beat the Broncos too.
Yes. They haven't won the World Cup Challenge in 30 years, Youngie. 30 more years.
And did you know?
Especially do it against Brisbane. I loved it.
Did you know Kyle Flanagan's the last halfback to win a World Club Challenge?
That's true. I saw that too. Yeah.
Did you know this, Youngie, too? First game Reece Walsh has lost since he drank the toilet water.
Get into it, Reece. Get those eyebrows happening again.
As for the other game, I'm going to go with the North Queensland Cowboys. I don't like Dylan Brown. Well. Dylan Brown got picked as halfback. I don't like that move. I think he's an out-and-out 5'8". I do like Fletcher Sharp at 6, but yeah.
But as Youngie said earlier, 6 and 7, they're switchable now.
Yeah, they're playing the side of the right. It's the same thing.
That's right. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
I've noticed in our games we're going a lot from half to 5'8" at the centre. We're using the old backline move. Goes out the backs. Yeah. Alrighty. As people know, I'm a songwriter. I like to write songs, and I found an app called Suno. If Suno want to give me money for giving them a plug, Suno is absolutely fantastic. I can sing, but I can't play an instrument. So I found Suno. I've written the song, and I've made this little video. I just want you to watch.
the holy find out. With guitar screaming fury and the crowd burning bright, we're the red feet forever. We own the night. Yeah, from north to south, the dragons will shout.
Hey, how's that?
You should put that on YouTube.
Oh,
I
it's
will
pretty
be putting
good.
it on YouTube, don't you worry. Suno is an absolutely fantastic app. If you can write songs or you've got any words, just post them into that.
Was that
and
you
they'll write
singing?
you a song. No, not me singing. But I probably could do that song. If I learned it, I probably could do it. I can't play an instrument, so yeah. But I like.
So you
I
put
like to
together
play-
like an anti song or something like that. We could do something about the Bulldogs just rubbishing them or do something like that. Yeah, we'll put that in the staging page. All right.
But yeah, no, that's a song that I worked on. It took me 2 days. I wrote it in 3 days. Yeah, it was all good fun, and I'll probably bring you more throughout the year. It might not be about the Dragons. It might be one of my other 35 songs. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Pardon?
Lisa wants you to sing it.
I'll try, mate. I'll try. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Voice, for being here. Thanks, everybody, for being on. Thank you, Michael. Michael, you're absolutely fantastic. We'll see you again later in the year. And as I always say, Red V's a part of me, Dragon for life. And our captain always says, come on, Dragons fans! Fire up!
It's time to spot the cameras. It's time to hit the mark. It's time for Dragons for Legal Weekends Alive.
We cover every moment from first grade to the best. It's time to get started.
Why don't we get this started? It's time to get this started.
Sensational,
Inspirational, celebrational, gravitational on the Dragons podcast tonight.